All right, this is some good stuff. It's time to check on the resistance that we've seen growing and growing ever since Trump took office. Not only online, but we've seen massive protests across the country. And today, Bernie Sanders made a surprise appearance at Coachella, talking to people in places where usually politics aren't really prevalent is important. So Bernie Sanders enters Coachella, and the crowd begins to boo Trump. They don't boo Bernie, but they boo the name Trump every single time Bernie says it. So I want to bring this up because Trump literally just got booed by thousands of people in a non-political space. But let's start from the beginning because Tim Walz has been touring, AOC, Bernie Sanders have been touring, Eric Swalwell, Ro Khanna, Garcia, they've all been doing town halls and making sure that our voices are heard. On top of that, we have people in the digital media space, people like me, MeidasTouch, you, helping us pave the way and tell the truth. So make sure you drop a like, and thank you everybody who watches my videos. Let's start here with Tim Walz, who I've been really liking a lot lately. I've always liked him, but he's been on fire lately.
I know I'm doing something right when the Fox News crowd is all just bitching at me like crazy, I'm loving it. Or Elon Musk was crying last week. Tim is being mean to me, basically, yeah. But I think every time they do a press conference, I've been saying this, we need a shadow government of somebody out there to punch back at them, to punch back.
I absolutely agree. The Democratic Party needs somebody with a punch. It could be Tim Walz, it could be Bernie Sanders, but every single time they hold a press conference or every single time Caroline Leavitt walks out, there needs to be Democratic counter-programming. Here is Bernie Sanders today at his Fight the Oligarchy rally just hours before he appeared at Coachella.
When Donald Trump looks out at this crowd and they pay attention to this stuff, and Elon Musk does, you are scaring the hell out of them. Because they know what you know and what I know, is that they are the 1%, we are the 99%.
Bernie Sanders is absolutely right. The Trump admin knows that its actions can be quite unpopular, and this is how we know. A few weeks back, we learned that Trump withdrew his nomination of Elise Stefanik for a cabinet position because he realized the House margin was so tight that he couldn't even spare one representative. His margins are so tight that he knows he will be held accountable in special elections, in midterm elections, and ultimately in the broad general elections in a few years. So I do want to make the point that while the resistance is growing on our side, while numbers are bigger than they've ever been, the digital space is blowing up of people making videos, calling out Trump and promoting democracy. Protests in real life are blowing up, like tens of thousands of people showing up in Iowa, for example. We've seen town halls. You guys have all seen the town hall videos of people showing up, holding representatives accountable. We've heard reports of an insane amount of phone calls to local representatives, which is really good. That's a really solid way to apply pressure, and this all comes together to create a really cohesive resistance. Meanwhile, the president can't even get on a plane properly. Watch this dude walking up the stairs and trying to fit his umbrella into the plane. It's like a cartoon character. The dude is a cartoon. No shot, dude. There's a way to get it in there, but that's like a visual representation of this guy trying to do his tariff policy. His insane tariff policy. Then he realizes, wait a minute, maybe I do actually have to back down. But enough superficial criticisms of Trump. I want to play this video of him being booed because he's kind of really unpopular across the globe. Look at this chart. The number of Europeans traveling to the US has cratered under Trump. There are a bunch of charts showing our popularity across the globe cratering, our respectability, our trustworthiness cratering, and I'm sure we're going to see that as more polls come out post-Liberation Day. But in Austria, Denmark, Germany, Iceland, Norway, Spain, Sweden, UK, there is a sharp decrease in the number of Europeans traveling to the US because of Donald Trump and his victory in the election. Some people are worried that they'll be detained and deported at the border. We've seen that happen. Or that they'll just face some weird experience with MAGA supporters in the US. You never know. But again, the resistance is building. And to prove this, look at this chart of the fastest growing political YouTube channels in Q1 of 2025. On this chart, MeidasTouch is number 1, and the Adam Mockler channel, my channel, is number 10. So we are in the top 10, faster than Tucker Carlson, faster than Charlie Kirk, And I just want to say thank you. I appreciate every single person who watches my videos. If you want to help me beat Fox News in Q2, make sure you scroll down and click that like and subscribe button. That subscribe button will help us beat Fox News in Q2 in terms of growth. Now let's check out Bernie Sanders causing Trump to get relentlessly booed.
Now we got a president of the United States who... I agree.
Yo, I think we all agree. Here's Brett Meiselas talking about it.
So this just happened tonight at Coachella. Bernie Sanders made a surprise appearance, went up there on stage, and when he brought up Donald Trump, the entire crowd, tons and tons of people, booed Trump. You got to check this out. And by the way, remember, for more news updates, make sure you add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Now we got a president of the United States who...
And it's really important for Democrats to get into these non-political spaces. I know it seems kind of silly, oh, a concert crowd booed the president, but that's part of the reason that Trump and his allies were able to consolidate power. If they did a good job at one thing throughout the campaign, it was PR. Trump is generally pretty good at PR. He went into all of these non-political spaces, whether it's red pill dating spaces, so that young men who want dating advice are then sucked into the right-wing bubble, or health spaces. So if you want to work out at the gym, you can't escape RFK Jr. and the Make America Healthy Again thing. If you get what I'm working towards, it's all of these non-political spaces being a funnel towards the right wing, health, dating. And we need to do that, whether it's music and the arts, or whether it's Bernie Sanders just being kind of a chill dude in front of a bunch of young people at Coachella and showing them the Democratic Party does have some juice. Yes, we've kind of lost our punch. Tim Walz has a punch now. Bernie Sanders and AOC have a punch. We just have to put a spotlight on these people. Francesca Fiorentini said, "What other politician is there who's still as relevant, loved, and has a message and a feeling grounded enough to do this? Trump can hide on right-wing podcasts all he wants. In front of real people, he would have been booed to dust. Grande Claro. Grande Bernie." And this is in response to Bernie showing up to Coachella. And it's funny that she says Trump would be booed to dust. He was booed to dust whenever Bernie Sanders brought him up during this Coachella speech, which seems to be pretty packed with thousands and thousands of people. The point is, let's keep the pressure going. I've demonstrated throughout this video that Trump knows he can be held accountable. That's why they withdrew the Elise Stefanik nomination, and that's why Trump reversed course when countries started dumping their bonds a few days back post-Liberation Day. So let's keep holding them accountable. If you want to help join the resistance, help join the movement, and maybe someday allow my channel to beat Fox News in terms of month-over-month growth, then just subscribe. It's free. If not, no harm, no foul. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.